Welcome back to this Monday morning. This Monday is probably one of the most important Mondays for Beyond Red Ocean Consulting. We started off with a dream in 2018, very hazy dream of jumping into a business coaching industry where not worked with in the past, a sector that I've not worked in the past, coming from large global conglomerates. Things started changing. COVID hit. Businesses did take a hit, but we continue on our path. In 2021, we decided that we should have a vision, and we wanted to become the largest business coaching company in India, and with a mission that we will touch the lives of 500 business owners every single year. Not all of them will become our clients, but we will do our business re-education and continue to touch the lives of 500 business owners. Started conducting workshops, webinars, one-to-one meetings, and by the grace of God, the response has been absolutely stupendous. Stupendous to that extent that we reinvested in that business, and Beyond Red Ocean Consulting acquired the exclusive license of Action Coach Business Coaching Company, which is the world's #1 business coaching company and the largest business coaching company. And we acquired that license for West Bengal. So while we will continue to serve our clients, and I am not changing my base, my base will continue to be Mumbai. While we continue to serve our clients across the country, West Bengal and Calcutta will be one of our key focus areas. And this week on this Saturday, we are doing that launch event of Beyond Red Ocean Consulting, becoming the exclusive partners of Action Coach USA, the world's largest business coaching company. We are doing it on the 28th. Business owners from Calcutta who want to be part of this event, it's a complimentary event, who want to be part of that event, please write to us on the Facebook chat, or you can directly connect with any one of us, and we will see that if we can bring you into that room as well. 28th of May, don't forget that date, 11 to 1:30, where we will tell you that if we can be successful, so can everybody else. And we will give you a strategy, we'll give you a set of strategies which you can directly go and implement in your business. Now that leads us to a very interesting topic, and when I was discussing with my colleagues, that what should be the theme for this Monday morning, and the theme that came up to us was EQ, EI. For many years, any success has been linked to intelligence. Intelligence has always been considered the indicator for business success. Smart people making smart business decisions, right? Well, some do, some don't. And we have seen so many examples around us of smart individuals losing everything that they had. So we have probably met all really smart people around us, even in our colleges, in our workplaces. And we may have had at some point in time got that inferiority complex that we have a lower IQ. So traditional definitions of business intelligence are that IQ. The business owner must know what he or she is doing right from the start to as long as the business exists. This experience creates a network, a group of individuals, companies who will work with you and you have that intelligence to decide with whom you want to work and with whom you don't want to work. But why is it that a lot of intelligent human beings make very poor business owners? The reason is that successful entrepreneurs and small business owners have to have high levels of EI, which is also called as EQ, which is also called as emotional quotient. They need to empathize with their co-workers. They need to recognize the emotional needs of the clients. They need to understand their own emotional needs and how to manage those needs to the best effect. And not all of them can be managed by IQ. Because there's no ego that is involved in EI, managers with high EI aren't very threatened by a great idea coming from a co-worker or a great individual in part of their team. We are not threatened by a rival, we are not threatened by a subordinate, because we are we and we are walking our path. We are all having our own journeys. High IQ individuals, entrepreneurs often run out of energy. They may be smart, but if they're really high-strung and driven, they may have emotional breakdowns along the road to success. Being able to manage those personal feelings lowers the flame-out rate or the burnout rate and can keep entrepreneurs in the game longer. Ladies and gentlemen, we will all have our ups and downs. I have seen so many downs, not only in my professional career, but in my personal career, in my entrepreneurial journey as well. And it's not that I am perfect. I have lost my emotional quotient at multiple stages. But that's one area that we need to continue to work, because we are different. We are different individuals. Now, to help you understand how to work on your EQ or EI, I'll give you some steps. The first level is self-awareness. Self-awareness is the ability to understand your own strengths and weaknesses and your core values. Everyone has a value system. Nothing is right or wrong, but we should have our own core values. I ask you, what do you care about? What really drives you? What's your why? And what are the things that you have set after? If you remember, one of the early sessions that we did in our Facebook Live on the Monday mornings was asking that question, why? So ask yourself today, what do you really care about? What is it that drives you? What is your why? And what are the things that really set you off? It's important to identify those triggers, because these triggers, some things that can set you off, will send those messages to the emotional part of your brain, and it will inhibit your thinking or inhibit your ability to think clearly. To be self-aware means you should be able to understand those triggers and how you can walk away or let go. Very important phrases, ladies and gentlemen. Please remember it, that there are some things in life we need to let go, and some places from where we can walk away. Not all places we can walk away, because we need to deal with people, our co-workers, our clients, our family members. We can't walk away, so we need to start letting go. We need to build that cocoon around us. The second is self-management. This includes the ability to stay calm and positive, even during all kinds of crises, and your ability to recognize and detach the feelings rather than those feelings affecting your behavior. We will have crises. We will have bad news coming. All of us have lost clients. We will continue to lose clients. We will continue to have people who are on the verge of a sign-off, who will not sign off with us. How do you manage those feelings and detaching them so that they don't let you drive the behavior that you're now going to portray next after that bad news has happened? Good self-management allows us to focus under pressure, be adaptable, be in a state of continual improvement, set high goals and reach for them. The third, social awareness. Excuse me. We started off with self-awareness. We started off self-management, that is internal, but all businesses are also done external, so you need to get into social awareness. This starts off with the empathy and the ability to understand and to share the feelings with someone else, including your team and customers. Your social awareness should be able to read a book. The social awareness should be able to go into a crowd, be able to mingle and share your thought processes, share your ideas without being affected by your internal emotional conflicts. Your social awareness should be able to pick up a book and read it in spite of your internal conflicts that you're going through. This will help you in our communications. So once you have done the social awareness bit, then you move into the social skills. It is that ninja level EQ that sets you apart from others, and you're able to give and accept feedback without getting biased or affected. Your ability to build and inspire trust. And you becoming an inspiring leader to understand someone else's perspective without trying to influence them too much. It's at high level. It's a very high level where you're now able to give feedback, receive feedback, inspire trust, becoming the leader that you want to be, and being able to understand someone's perspective without getting clouded by your own judgments. This might surprise you, but many investors ask these questions around EQ before making an investment. When I evaluate my clients and their EQ, I ask this myself: is this someone whom I would want to work for and work with, and who could become a good and inspiring leader? Sure, a founder's pitch deck and the product could be great, but is this someone I would want to follow? Investing in your EQ is going to make you a hugely impactful leader and improve your customer and investor relationships. You should be able to remove the emotion out of the equation, as some of us would like to, and be completely data-driven, but it's absolutely not realistic. You will always have emotions. Check out this interesting stats. The source is entrepreneur.com. People with higher EQ make more money. And because this is US data, they make on an average $29,000 more per annum. The lost time accidents decreased by 50%. They make about 22% growth compared to the 15% growth of lower EQ. And 90% of high performers are high in EQ. EQ can be cultivated. IQ may not be so much. You may read, you may improve your knowledge, but EQ is something that you can regularly learn. The bottom line is that if you have a great way to improve your business, that is through the higher EQ. Harvard Business Review did a survey where they identified 7 specific and repeated buckets of fear that are experienced by entrepreneurs. So when I ask my entrepreneur, what do you fear the most? When I ask my client, what do you fear the most? They keep on talking about financial security, ability to bring in funding, personal ability / self-esteem, potential of an idea and to take it into a product, threats to social esteem in case I fail, what will my family say, what will my friends say? And there have been entrepreneurs who are multiple time failures. And I call entrepreneurs as somebody who is a constant failure. And finally, the venture's ability to execute. I may have the best of product or best of idea, but if I can't sell or if I can't create a campaign, I can't execute. It's incredibly damaging when you are experiencing fear as a physical sensation. it stops you from being effective. Physical symptoms could be increased heart rate, breathing, blood vessels contracting, body gets into a fight or flight. You need to manage them. When do you have this fear response? How do you think it's going to affect your ability to make a right decision? The fact of the matter is, you cannot build a team or a company or have a good day when you are having fear. So going back to that self-awareness, when you do notice your body is getting into a fear mode and experiencing fear, physical sensations, just stop and slow everything down. Most importantly, don't make any decisions. You're probably in the red now. That's okay. Most of the businesses, when they started off, they were in the red. Instead, go back to into the present tools. Go for a walk. Get outside. Do something physical. Go and talk to your team, mentor, somebody. Write a journal. Do anything that could reduce your fear response. When I have a fear response and I need to coach myself, I think to myself, what is that one thing that matters right now? And I write it down. This simple act of simplifying everything to one thing can help us all reset. The point is not about feeling fear or pretend it's never going to happen. As an entrepreneur, you're probably going to feel more fear than the average person. The skill set within us, which comes from high EQ, is to recognize when it shifts from working for you to working against you. If it's starting to working against you, start managing it. I love to say, feel the fear and do it anyway. The most powerful leaders, ladies and gentlemen, are those who acknowledge and embrace their fear and turn it into an asset. I have felt fear. When I invested big money for the Action Coach licensing, I felt fear. Fear is always there. Fear is there about cash flows. Fear is there about losing clients. Fear is there about getting new clients. Fear is there about whether my team is doing the right work. Fear is whether I am doing the right thing. Fear is whether I am being productive. How do we convert that into productivity? That can come in only when we constantly work at our EQs. Constantly know which level we are in. My self-awareness and my self-management becomes critical. We are all work in progress. I am work in progress, and so you should be. Till the time we are in entrepreneurship, we need to be able to manage our EQs. Losses will be part of life. Wins will be part of life. Go out and celebrate the wins. Go out and celebrate the successes. Manage the losses, manage the fears. And all of us can make it happen. Language doesn't matter. Your height doesn't matter. Your weight doesn't matter. Your complexion doesn't matter. Your gender doesn't matter. For you to be successful, for we to be successful, it's all about management of that EQ. Thank you so much for tuning in today morning on this week when Beyond Red Ocean Consulting takes a quantum leap. Entrepreneurs in Calcutta, I look forward to seeing you on the 28th. If you want to be part of this stupendous event, write to us and we will send out an invite to you. Till next Monday, when I'm back in Bombay after the event, and I'll share with you snippets about what happened in that event. Have a great week, have a great month, have a great year, and God bless all of us. Thank you so much.